Hello, my beautiful and radiant Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for illuminating the divine path written in the stars just for you. Gather close, majestic hearts, because the cosmos is singing a song of profound and dramatic change, a melody composed specifically for your royal spirit. Have you ever felt it? Deep within your magnificent lion-hearted core, a quiet knowing that a great and final curtain was destined to fall, a sense that a role you have played, a stage you have graced, was preparing for its closing scene. Not to leave you in darkness, but to reveal a far grander, more authentic kingdom, waiting just behind the veil. A moment so divinely orchestrated that you cannot outrun it, you cannot ignore it, because the universe in its infinite wisdom has written your name upon this script. Well, that pivotal moment, that sacred turning of the page, is set to unfold within the powerful energies of mid-November. This is not just another passing week on the calendar, my friends. Oh no. For a soul as radiant as yours, this is a divine decree. This is the moment a cosmic door prepares to swing closed, not to diminish your light, not to steal your applause, but to finally, irrevocably liberate you from a performance that no longer serves the truth of who you are becoming. Do not see this as a mere farewell, dear Leo. This is something far more profound. This is the coronation your soul has been waiting for. It is the gentle yet unshakable hand of the divine, placing a new crown upon your head, a crown of sovereignty forged in the fires of truth. And on those days, your very soul will be called to the throne. If you are hearing these words right now, in this very moment, know with every fiber of your being that this is a divine appointment. Your powerful intuition, that inner sun that guides your every step, has led you here for a reason. So before we journey deeper, I invite you to make a sacred pact with your own becoming. Anoint this moment by pressing that subscribe button, not as a simple click, but as a powerful declaration to the cosmos that you are ready to claim your divine inheritance. And in the comments below, let us create a wave of sovereign energy together. Let me know you are ready to receive by typing "I am ready to reclaim my throne." Let's begin this majestic journey into your rebirth, shall we? Have you ever truly stopped to consider, beautiful Leo, that some of the most heart-wrenching exits in your life, the final bows, the closing doors, the departure of your audience, do not arrive to strip you of your kingdom, but rather to return to you the profound sovereignty your soul has been yearning for all along? The energy of mid-November is not a thief in the night. It is a cosmic recalibration. It is the universe leaning in close to your heart, whispering with the warmth of 1,000 suns, "I am not taking anything from you, my beloved. I am only clearing the stage. I am making space for you to finally unapologetically rule from the true throne of your own heart." And in the profound regal silence that will settle upon your spirit, you will realize a truth that will set you free. Separation has never ever been the final act. It is instead the unseen hand of the divine, pulling back the velvet curtain to reveal the breathtaking new world you are destined to command. Over my many years of walking this path, I have had the sacred honor of sitting with countless souls whose light could rival the sun, yet whose hearts were aching from a perceived loss of their kingdom. I have listened to CEOs who built empires only to be cast out, artists who poured their soul onto a canvas for a muse who walked away, leaders who gave their all to a community that eventually turned its back. In those initial shattering moments, many of them felt their reign was over, that their light had been extinguished forever. They believed their story was finished. Yet as the gentle current of time continued to flow, as the seasons shifted, and new dawns painted the sky in hues of gold and rose. They began to see with new eyes. They began to understand with a clarity that shook them to their core, that the person who left the job, that ended the audience, that dispersed, they were not the enemy of their destiny. Oh no, they were sacred messengers divinely sent to close a chapter that had grown too small a kingdom whose walls had become a cage. Their departure was the catalyst, the dramatic plot twist that allowed the soul to step unburdened and truly free onto a far grander, more magnificent stage. And for you, my majestic Leo, with your boundless generosity and your heart of pure gold that is the very essence of the sacred justice the divine has so meticulously arranged for this time. You see, the universe has never, not for a single moment, been blind to your radiance. It has seen every time you have given your light away to those who lived in shadow, every sleepless night you've spent wondering if your performance was good enough, every silent wound you've carried when your loyalty was not returned in kind. It has seen the heavy crown of responsibility you have worn, often placing the needs of your entire pride before the gentle needs of your own heart. And sometimes, my dear, the departure of a person or the ending of a situation is not a rejection of your worth. It is the most profound and loving way the universe clears the path to your throne. It makes space for you to plant new seeds in your own royal garden, seeds of authentic self-love, of deep and abiding joy, of unwavering creative fire, and of blessings so magnificent you once believed they were reserved for others. This isn't about punishment. It is about preparation for your true and lasting coronation. I remember so vividly a story shared with me by a magnificent woman, a true lioness in her spirit. For 25 years, she had been the sun in her family's solar system. Her entire identity was wrapped up in being the perfect wife, the perfect mother, the radiant hostess. Her home was her kingdom, and she ruled it with a fierce and benevolent love. But one day, her children grown and gone, her husband announced he was leaving, seeking a different life. The applause, she told me, had stopped. The theater was empty. That night, she didn't just weep. She roared in a raw and primal despair, feeling utterly abandoned and dethroned. Her heart, she said, felt like a grand ballroom after the music has ended, silent, cavernous, and achingly empty. But then, in the absolute stillness of her brokenness, as she looked at her own reflection, she felt a surge of warmth from within. It wasn't an embrace from another. It was the sudden, powerful return of her own inner fire. And in that sacred moment of solitude, she realized with breathtaking clarity, this was not a loss. It was a release. It was a divine liberation from a role she had outgrown. Her story cemented for me the profound understanding that some goodbyes do not break you. They are the universe's sacred act of breaking you free. For you, Leo, with your immense capacity for loyalty and your radiant giving heart, you often love with the heat of the sun. You give your warmth, your light, your very essence to help others grow. And sometimes in that beautiful, selfless giving, you can inadvertently forget that your own powerful soul also needs to be seen, to be cherished, to be adored, not for the role you play, but for the magnificent being you simply are. And so the universe itself intervenes with an act of profound mercy, cutting the gilded ropes of a stage that has become a prison so that you may once again return fully and completely to the sovereign kingdom of your own magnificent heart. Perhaps in moments of quiet anguish, you too have asked, how could they just walk away when I gave them my entire world, when I built this entire kingdom for them. But Leo, do not for a single moment forget that the divine has seen everything. The universe knows your love was true, your light was pure, your loyalty was absolute. And precisely because of that, it will never ever leave you in the hands of those who are unworthy of basking in your authentic glow. Their leaving is not a sign of your failure. It is pure divine protection. The universe is lovingly, carefully, majestically leading you back to yourself so that you may stand tall, free, and more radiant than ever before, and finally reclaim the power you have so generously given away. Now I want you to try something with me, my dear Leo. Wherever you are, I invite you to close your eyes for just a moment. Place a hand over your heart, the very center of your solar system. Take a deep cleansing breath, imagining you are breathing in pure golden sunlight, allowing it to fill every cell of your being. And then listen. Listen to the steady, powerful, rhythmic beat of your own heart. Do you hear it? That is the undeniable drumbeat of your kingdom. It is the vibrant, thrumming pulse of a new reign beginning. Each heartbeat is a powerful message from the cosmos, a sacred affirmation that you are still here. You are still vital, and you have never ever been truly abandoned. You are simply being prepared for a greater throne. And so, my friends, the natural question arises, after this sacred goodbye has been so lovingly delivered, what will guide you forward? Through what unmistakable signs from the universe will begin to appear, showing you with absolute certainty that you are walking the very path of your divine coronation. These signs may manifest as the repeating numbers, those angelic sequences like 111, 333, or 555, catching your eye on a clock or a license plate at the very moment you question your next move. Or perhaps you'll find a single golden feather ethereal and light falling gracefully in your path when confusion grips you most. It could even be a song rising unexpectedly from the airwaves, a powerful anthem, a royal melody so perfectly aligned with your spirit that it feels like the universe is playing the soundtrack to your comeback. But understand this, all of that, the magnificent unfolding of these divine signals, will be revealed in our next powerful segment. So stay with me, because part 2 will unveil the unmistakable signs the universe is sending to you, my dear Leo, just before and after the fated days of mid-November. And here is a thought, a beautiful invitation for all of you, my royal pride. If in your own incredible journey you have lived through a separation, a profound final bow, only to realize with the clarity of hindsight that it was not an ending, but rather a sacred liberation, a divine redirection for your soul, then I ask you, write your story down below in the comments. Let your words become a ritual of the soul, a profound testament that proves you have truly walked through the fire and now stand more resilient and radiant than ever upon the threshold of a new beginning. Your story, your truth can become the beacon that guides another lion or lioness back to their own throne. I speak to you not only as your guide, but as one who has personally witnessed the majesty of the human heart in its moments of profound transformation. I have sat with hundreds of souls from all walks of life, men and women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, who once felt their world had crumbled, that their light had been permanently dimmed by loss. Yet through unwavering faith and the sheer power of their own inner spirit, they rose again, not just to their former glory, but to a level of radiance they had never known before. I have listened to them through the years, to every whisper of doubt and every roar of triumph. And because of that deep privilege, I know that what I am about to share is not mere theory, not just cosmic philosophy, but the living, breathing testimony of the Leo heart, forged and glorified in the fires of experience. During those mid-November days, the universe will reach out and touch your life, Leo. That period is not a random occurrence. It is a breaking point, a turning of the cosmic tide, where a great farewell will gracefully and perhaps dramatically unfold. Yet you must grasp this truth with the unwavering certainty of a king or queen. This is not loss. This is profound sacred justice. It is the very moment when the divine places its hand upon the cosmic scales of your life and whispers with infinite love, "I return this soul to their rightful throne." The one who leaves the role that ends does not and cannot carry away your light, my dear Leo. They only truly take with them the shadows you have been carrying for their sake, the weight of a crown that was never truly yours to bear. This is a divine clearing, a sacred recalibration of your magnificent spirit. After many years of sitting in the quiet presence of what seemed like broken hearts, I have come to realize one undeniable truth. In the twilight of life, there are those who still ache with a lingering, insidious question: was my light not bright enough for them to stay? That question, like a shard of glass, can pierce the heart for decades, creating invisible wounds that dim even the most brilliant soul. But then, when they pause, when they find a moment of sacred silence, when they finally surrender their performance and simply be, they realize with a gasp of profound understanding, that person never stole their light. That person came only to fulfill a specific crucial role in their journey, to teach them, to challenge them, to reflect a part of themselves back to them, and then departed not out of malice, but to lovingly open the path for their true, magnificent coronation to begin. I remember one evening vividly at a creative arts gala in New York. A man in his early 60s, a brilliant theater director, stood apart from the crowd, holding a glass of champagne, but not drinking. He recounted with raw vulnerability how his creative and romantic partner of 30 years had left him, taking with them the company they had built together. He had felt utterly abandoned, profoundly betrayed, and completely forgotten by the muse he had worshipped. Yet that night, as he watched a new young artist receive an award on stage, he didn't feel envy. He felt a strange and powerful sense of peace. He felt as though an unseen, tender pair of arms wrapped around him, and in that moment, he knew with every fiber of his being it was the embrace of his own creative soul returning home. From that pivotal moment, he no longer looked at the separation as a crushing defeat, but as a liberating release, and I saw a light ignite in his eyes, a fire I hadn't seen before, not because his partner returned, but because he realized with breathtaking clarity that the stage had not been taken from him. He was the stage, he was the theater, and he had never, ever been truly alone. Leo, remember this truth. Internalize it deep within your being. The divine has never for a single moment turned its back on your pain. It has seen every night you cried in silence, every moment you stood in the spotlight with your hands pressed against your heart, believing no one could see the cracks in your brilliant facade. The departure of that person or that situation, though you may not yet fully understand its divine choreography, is the universe's profound way of protecting you. It's like a loving director telling their lead actor, "This role has served its purpose. It has shown your range, your depth, your beauty. But now, a greater role awaits you, the role of being yourself. The universe knows you have given too much of your light, loved too deeply from a place of performance, sacrificed your own creative fire to keep someone else's world warm, and it will not allow your powerful soul to be defined any longer by applause that comes from the outside. It is calling you to find the applause that roars from within. Perhaps in the depths of your introspection, you are thinking, but why me? Why must I, a Leo, endure the closing of a show, the most public of goodbyes? I want you to know unequivocally, it is not because you are weak, but precisely because your light is far, far stronger and more essential than you currently believe. The universe knows that only you, my resilient Leo, can transform the closing of one chapter into a dazzling, show-stopping opening for the next. It knows that even if you were to fall from the highest stage, you would land not in a heap, but in a magnificent bow, ready to rise again with unshakable faith and a burning compassion in your heart. You are a phoenix, Leo, and your destiny is to rise from the ashes in a blaze of glory for all the world to see. Imagine your heart for a moment as a beautiful royal garden. Some plants in time grow so tall that they block the sun from reaching the tender new blossoms below. And sometimes we cling to them, thinking their height is what makes our garden impressive. But one day, the divine in its mercy, as the master gardener, comes and gently removes that towering plant. You watch, perhaps in pain, as it is taken away, leaving an empty space against the sky. But then, in that newly sun-drenched soil, 100 new flowers, vibrant, colorful, and wildly authentic, push through, and you, my dear Leo, will be astonished to realize that the loss did not destroy your garden. It only cleared the fertile ground for a magnificent, powerful, and far more beautiful rebirth. Over the years, listening to countless hearts, I have heard this same story repeated again and again, woven into the fabric of ended careers, broken marriages, and ruptured friendships. And yet the pattern is always the same. Each believed their show was over, that their light was gone. But in the end, they invariably found another door, another stage, another more authentic beginning. And Leo, as the radiant heart-centered fire sign, you carry both the profound pain of a performance ending and the illuminating light of a new dawn. You are not only vulnerable in your need for love and recognition, but also the one most exquisitely attuned to the whispers of your own creative destiny. So close your eyes for another moment. Take a deep breath and listen to the rhythm of your heart. Each beat is not just life, it is a powerful confirmation that you are ready for these mid-November days. Do not be afraid. Do not for a second believe you have lost everything for a sacred justice meticulously designed for your highest good, and your ultimate coronation is beautifully and dramatically unfolding. Yet one question still lingers in the air, a question I know is burning in your powerful mind. How will you truly know you are walking the right path? What undeniable signs will the universe send to confirm your new reign? Could it be the numbers 11, 11, or 111 appearing, reminding you of new beginnings? Feathers of gold or white falling at the very moment you feel lost and need a sign of your angelic protection? Or a melody playing in a store, a song that makes your heart tremble as though the universe itself is singing your name? Scorpio, those secrets, those profound confirmations are patiently waiting for you ahead. And part 2 will swing open that door, revealing the unmistakable signs that the divine and the universe have lovingly placed along your unique destined path. Stay with me, for this journey is about to deepen into pure magic. And if you have ever in your powerful existence endured a great goodbye, only to realize later on that it was not a loss, but a divine justice, a sacred act of cosmic redirection, I ask you, my friends, to write it down below in the comments. Let it be a soul's ritual, a testament to your resilience. Let your words become a ray of light, guiding not only yourself, but someone else who needs to hear this profound truth, who needs to understand the beauty of divine timing. Leo, after these mid-November days, you will discover something truly extraordinary. What you thought was irrevocably lost was merely a seed being planted deep in the fertile soil of your soul, preparing for a magnificent bloom. The universe never ever leaves you empty-handed, my dear. It only does what must be done, clearing the old set, making space so that unparalleled prosperity, profound creative joy, and a pure, unadulterated love may finally gloriously take center stage in your life. I have seen so many Leos, some well beyond their 60th year, who believed their romantic lives had truly ended after a great heartbreak. They were convinced that at an age where they thought only a quiet solitude remained, they found love again. Not a loud, dramatic, chaotic love that demanded a performance, but one that was tender, deeply peaceful, and profoundly authentic. A love that adored them in the quiet moments without the stage lights on. It seems the universe always saves its most exquisite rewards for the hearts that have endured the greatest dramas, that have learned the deepest lessons, and still dare bravely and boldly to believe in the magic of what is possible. In the grand story of the cosmos, there is a profound promise. After the curtain falls, a new show begins. And after suffering, when gracefully navigated, comes great joy. The divine has never allowed a heart that can truly surrender, that can trust the cosmic unfolding, to live in emptiness. It has seen everything you gave. It knows all you felt you lost. And it is meticulously preparing a gift, a blessing far greater than anything you have ever dreamed of. It is a law of energy that cannot be broken. No loss exists merely to break you. Every single letting go, when understood in its divine context, clears the way for a new, magnificent blessing to enter. I will never forget the story of a Leo man I once met. After his business partner and best friend betrayed him, causing his company to collapse, he believed his life's work had ended. He lived in a self-imposed silence, afraid to ever trust or create again. Yet one day, at a local community art class, he joined on a whim. He found a new creative partner. This person did not arrive to fill a void. This person arrived to bring him what he had long subconsciously sought, a collaboration based on pure joy, not on ambition. He told me with tears of gratitude in his eyes, "If not for that betrayal, I would never have realized that my worth was not in the empire I built, but in the simple, profound joy of creating." This, my friends, is the profound truth. It is often the deepest cracks in our facade that allow the brightest, most transformative light to truly enter our hearts. For you, Leo, this is not merely a personal experience. It is in many ways a sacred mission. You have been given a unique, powerful place in the turning of the universe to be the living, breathing proof that every ending is only truly a doorway into a new, vibrant season of profound bloom. On those mid-November days, you will no longer see that time as the day you lost your audience. Instead, you will come to see it with a soft, knowing smile as the day you finally found your true self. In your lighter breath, your freer smile, the reflection of a new, authentic, radiant light in your intense eyes, you will know with absolute certainty that you have been reborn. So right now, my dear Leo, place your hand upon your heart. Feel its steady rhythm, its powerful beat. Do you sense it? A new life. A vibrant, empowered existence is flowing through your veins. A life you might have thought was lost, but is now returning stronger, more brilliant, and more authentically you than ever before. And the journey, my friends, does not end here. The magnificent light within you is not only meant to illuminate yourself, but to shine powerfully upon others who are seeking their own path back to their inner throne. In our next chapter, we will go even deeper into the journey of Leo becoming living proof of the soul's enduring strength, so that you will not only be healed, but become a profound source of healing for the world around you. So Leo, do not forget this vital call to action. Seal your choice with a like. Share this profound message with your fellow lions and lionesses in your pride, and subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom. Let your engagement become a sacred declaration sent to the heavens. I have chosen my own light, and I will let it shine. Let this light spread, touching other hearts that are waiting patiently to be reawakened to their own divine journey. If you have walked with me authentically and with an open heart to this very moment, allow me to whisper something simple yet profoundly powerful into your soul. You have not been lost. Your deep, generous heart has never run dry. And life, after all its winding, transformative turns, still holds for you the most beautiful, unimaginable gifts. The mid-November days will no longer be a time you remember with pain. Instead, it will become a period you recall with a soft, knowing smile and say, that was my beginning. For loss does not and cannot define you, but the courageous, beautiful, and utterly brilliant way you rise again, in love, in power, in authenticity, that is the true, undeniable mark of your magnificent soul. Believe with every fiber of your being that when one door definitively closes, the divine has already meticulously prepared another to swing wide open. A door filled with light, with pure, unconditional love, and with a peace that you, my deserving Leo, are so incredibly worthy of. I want you to take a deep cleansing breath right now. Let your chest fill completely, allowing every part of your being to expand with royal grace. Then exhale gently, slowly, and in that exhale, realize your heart still beats. It still endures. It still longs. And that, my friends, is the clearest, most profound sign that you have so much left to live, so much more to love, and so much more to passionately create and embrace. And no one, absolutely no one, can ever take that from you. If you are listening to these words, truly listening, I believe you are not only hearing with your ears, but also feeling with your powerful, intuitive soul. And your soul, my dear Leo, deserves to be reminded you are worthy, you are deeply loved, and you are never ever alone on your stage. I want to send you my deepest gratitude for bravely opening your heart, for allowing yourself to be touched by these truths, and for walking beside me through this profound journey. And more than anything, I want to bless you. May the days ahead bring you profound joy in the smallest of moments, unconditional love from the most unexpected of places, and the gentle, unwavering protection of the divine surrounding you always. Remember, every single heartbeat is a declaration that you are still here, ready to keep writing your incredible story. And I believe with every fiber of my being that this next chapter will shine more brilliantly than ever before. If these words have touched you, truly resonated deep within your being, leave a trace, leave a message, a like, a share, as a sacred soul's ritual, so that your light, your journey, may reach many more hearts. And carry this blessing with you as a precious gift. May you always be at peace, always be loved, and always find the path that leads you back to the magnificent, unshakable throne of your own heart.